The Boeing X-37B, America's secret spaceplane and its mysterious mission. A spacecraft with no crew, no public mission details, and no official explanation for its years-long journeys in orbit. The Boeing X-37B is one of the most mysterious aircraft ever built. What is it doing up there, and why is its mission classified? Some call it a spy satellite, others whisper about advanced weapons testing, but the truth remains hidden in the shadows of military secrecy. Today, we're uncovering everything we know about the X-37B, its origins, its missions, and the theories that have the world asking, what is the U.S. hiding in space? Section 1. The birth of the X-37B. The story begins in the late 1990s. NASA originally developed the X-37 as an experimental program to test reusable spaceplane technology. But in 2004, something changed. The U.S. military took control of the project, and from that moment on, its purpose became classified. By 2010, the first X-37B was launched by the U.S. Air Force. It was small, just over 29 feet long, about a quarter of the size of a space shuttle. And unlike most spacecraft, it didn't rely on astronauts. The X-37B is fully robotic, capable of launching, maneuvering, and landing on its own. But what really made people suspicious? The mission details. Or rather, the lack of them. Section 2. Mysterious missions and long-duration flights. Since its first flight, the X-37B has completed multiple missions, each lasting longer than the last. The longest? A jaw-dropping 900-plus days in orbit, nearly 3 years circling the Earth before it finally returned home. What was it doing up there for so long? Officials say it's testing advanced technologies, but they refuse to elaborate. That's where the speculation begins. In 2020, the U.S. Space Force took over the X-37B program, making it even more secretive, but there have been some clues. During one mission, amateur astronomers spotted the X-37B making unusual orbital adjustments, possibly testing maneuverability. In another, a small experimental satellite was deployed from its payload bay, something NASA later confirmed. But could there be more to it? Section 3. Theories. Spy plane, space weapon, or something more? With so much secrecy, people have started asking, what exactly is the X-37B being used for? One theory suggests it's a high-tech reconnaissance vehicle using advanced sensors to spy on other satellites or ground targets. Another possibility? Military weapons testing. Some experts believe it could be experimenting with next-gen space-based weapons, perhaps even laser technology or kinetic strike capabilities. And then there's the most extreme theory. Could the X-37B be preparing for future space warfare? With the rise of anti-satellite weapons from countries like China and Russia, is the U.S. quietly building a defensive or offensive space force? The government isn't saying, but one thing is certain. This is not just another spacecraft. Conclusion: the future of the X-37B. The X-37B has already changed the way we think about space operations. It proves that an autonomous spaceplane can stay in orbit for years, execute unknown missions, and land safely without anyone aboard. But what's next? Will we ever learn its true purpose? Or will the Boeing X-37B remain one of the most enigmatic machines ever built? One thing's for sure. The U.S. Space Force isn't done with it yet. And if history tells us anything, its next mission will be even more mysterious than the last. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more science and history videos.